The Deceitful Crane. Once there lived a crane near a tank. He was very cunning and deceitful. The tank abounded with fish, frogs, and crabs. The crane fed on these animals every day. In due course of time, the crane grew old. He found it hard to catch his prey, and so he had to go without food. He said to himself, "If this goes on, I am sure to starve to death someday. So I must do something to get food regularly." Thinking hard, he chalked out a cunning plan. The very next day, the crane stood on the bank of the tank. He looked very sad and doleful. The animals of the tank were very surprised to see him. They whispered to one another, "What has happened to the crane? Why is he not praying today?" A bold frog ventured to ask the crane, "Well, sir, why are you so doleful? Won't you have your food today?" "What should I tell you, brother? It is so painful to tell you what is going to happen," replied the crane in a heavy voice. "What is that, sir?" asked the frog. "I have heard that this tank will be filled up with earth. This news has made me sad," said the crane. "It is very sad news indeed. What will happen to the fish? They are all sure to die," retorted the frog in wonder. "That is what makes me sad. Since the moment I heard this news, I have been extremely worried," said the crane. In no time, this news spread like wildfire in the entire tank. All the animals in the tank felt awfully worried. They gathered near the crane and said, "Only you can rid us of this calamity, sir." The crane said, "I have thought of a plan. There is a big and deep tank at some distance from here. I can make all of you reach there if you so desire." All the fish, frogs, and crabs were so worried that they said, "Sir, you are seniors to us in age. We are ready to follow your plan. Do as you wish to save our lives." "All right, I shall take all of you to the other tank. But there is one problem with me. As I have grown old, I cannot carry all of you together. So you will have to go with me one by one," said the crane. All the animals agreed to what the crane had said. The crane picked up some fish in his beak and flew away. Instead of taking them to the other tank, he went to a big rock. Killing all of them there, he ate them up. When the crane had had his fill, he fell asleep. When he got up and felt hungry, he again reached the tank. The fish were already waiting for him. He again picked up some of them and bringing them to the rock, devoured them. This went on for a number of days, and the number of fish came down considerably in the tank. One day a crab said to the crane, "Sir, you have carried a large number of fish to the other tank. Take me too now." "Why not? It is your turn now." Having said this, the crane thought, "I am fed up of eating fish for so many days. I must eat this crab today, just for a change of taste." So the crane caught the crab in his beak and flew away. Reaching near the rock, he began to fly down in order to land there. The crab chanced to look down. He did not see any tank there. He could not understand why the crane was landing there. He said to the crane, "Sir, I can't see any tank here. Why are you flying down then? Carry me to where you carried the fish." The crane burst into laughter and said, "Don't worry, I am taking you there only. Look at that rock. I had brought the fish here." When the crab looked at the rock, he found bones and bones scattered about. He saw through the wickedness of the crane. He followed that crane had eaten up all the fish there on the rock. The thought of death made the crab tremble all over. He thought, "The cruel crab will surely make me his meal. I must do something to save myself." Thinking so, the crab began to fix his tentacles deep into the crane's neck. The crane tried his best to get his neck free, but all in vain. In a short time, the crane's neck got severed from his body and came down tumbling to the ground. The crab dragged it back to the tank. Seeing the crab back with the crane's neck, the other animals of the tank were highly amazed. They asked him, "Brother, why have you returned to this tank? Where is the crane?" "The crane hasn't come, but I have brought his neck." Brothers and sisters, the crane was very cunning. He carried the fish after deceiving us all and devoured them up on a rock. He was going to kill me also, but I cut off his neck with my sharp tentacles, replied the crab. Hearing this, all the animals of the tank were very happy. Moral of the story: bad deeds lead to bad results. So, we must always keep away from bad deeds. Instead, we should do good deeds that always bring in good results and fame too.